Professor Griff, I feel you on your concept with the black man going after white women, and like the most powerful black men, or not powerful but rich black men, are going after white women. Like, I understand that whole concept, but it's bad. But I'm participating and advocate of that stuff, and like all stuff you just preaching is right dead on. But like you asking in the video is, you gotta ask black women what's going on. It's like, I didn't go directly for white women, you know what I'm saying? I thought, I don't know what to use for better words, but basically I thought it was illegal to go after white women. But you know what I mean, like, not on literal legality level, but morally or socially, or just, nigga, you ain't allowed to do this shit type legal, you know what I'm saying? So I feel exactly where you coming from, and yeah, like, I did call out the black women, but black women these days are ridiculous, and you know it, and you admitted it in your video when you were saying, like, they don't want to go at the guy like you, or they don't want to give you the time of day, and they don't want to give you their number. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly right. You said it yourself. Like, a guy that's about something positive and uplifting, or bringing up the race, or not even bringing up the race, just a guy that's not bringing down the race. They don't want to fuck with you. And there's plenty of videos circulating on YouTube about that, and a lot of African Americans are getting into it about that issue, battling with each other when it's guys out there pointing it out. But then you got these thug niggas trying to contradict the shit or go against the shit. It's talking about, cause they are the ones that's benefiting from the shit, you know what I'm saying? So they want to talk about guys like us as lames, and when I say us, I'm basically including you, like somebody that's not necessarily trying to uplift the race, or like I say, somebody that's doing good, trying to do right, and trying not to bring down the society. Even if they're not bringing up the society, they want to fuck with dudes that's bringing society down. They want to fuck with the bad boys, the thugs, the drug dealers, the car stealers, and whatever else is a negative hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of ways to hustle, but hustle is portrayed as in something negative. Like, you gotta be doing something negative to be a hustler. Back in my days in Chicago when we was kids, it was like the guys outside of Aldi's, which was a grocery store, like a low budget grocery store, when they was carrying women bags to cars for quarters, they was called hustlers. And back in that time, it was viewed as a mockery, something funny, like, he a hustler. You laugh at him like it was something downgrade, even though he was doing something noble. But at the same time, when we was younger, like, I say, I was like a kid, and I was going by what my brother said, which was 5 years older than me. Like, doing that was something negative, even though it was basically positive. Now that I look back on it, this was the first time I actually looked back on it, now that I speak about it. But it was like young kids that got out of school and go to the grocery store and wait outside and ask if they can carry a woman groceries to their car, you know, and it was basically normally for like a quarter. You know what I'm saying? This was in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, like the late 80s, early 90s, and we called them hustlers. But we called them that in a degradation, did I say that right? A downgrading way. it was like a mockery. We was downgrading, calling them hustlers. So they was doing a good deed, and then like the drugs and things came about, and then people fighting and gangs, and yeah, it was like gangs came about and drugs came in, and everything just got ridiculous. And then the first people that really was in gangs were the people that really needed it. Like, they was poor as shit. Nobody in the family had a job. They was barely surviving, and drugs come along. So they needed to sell drugs to basically pay the cost of living, you know. And like back in that day, if you was on food stamps, you was made fun of, you know what I'm saying? That's when food stamps was like monopoly money, and if you come in the store with basically like the monopoly money, even though it bought the same shit as people that had the government money, you was laughed at and made fun of and made a mockery of, where you so embarrassed, didn't want to be on food stamps. Right, that's good or bad, but for, I guess, like the masses, as you say, or American society, or the way they want you to look at it as food stamps is bad. There's some motherfuckers that need that shit. And some motherfuckers that take advantage of that shit. You got the extremes on both ends. There's people that need it, and you got people that take advantage of it. And then you got people in the middle that need it and on their way of not needing it. And you know, it's people that could do without but don't want to try and just take it and not strive to do better. You know what I'm saying? You got both extremes. But in our day, people was made fun of for people was made fun of for having food stamps. So you always want to strive to do better, or tell your mom or dad to do better. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have no dads, but you know, if your mom was on food stamps, she didn't want to go to the store with food stamps, so you tell your mom to give you $1, a real dollar. You tell her to give you a real dollar, and then she cuss you out. You like don't want to go to the store no more. You just like, man, you keep your food stamp dollar. I don't want to go to the store because I get made fun of so bad that it's not worth those bag of chips. It's not worth that drink, and you don't want to go, you know. And then you know what I'm saying, bring that back to your mom, like, yo, I don't want to carry monopoly money, like, I get made fun of this and third. And then, like, when black people have black pride, or not black people have black pride, black people had pride, period, they would try to do better where you don't have to take that food stamp money to the store, you know. So it's, you know how we operate. It's a lot about that, and yeah, but I feel where you coming from. But we were talking about the whole white women thing. Like I said, society set standards. You want to fit in. You got where they made it to be dumb, to be thugs, to sell drugs. It's the cool thing or in thing. And I seen a video you made about that. And like, was it you, or it was like a retired FBI guy that said, Ted Goldstein or whatever. I don't know. I'm not on this shit like y'all is, but I'm getting on it from watching y'all videos. And I got this train coming by. I got to wait till the train come by because I don't want to get cut off. But, yeah, anyway. Seemed like it was so far away I had time to talk, but I guess I have to wait. And I can't do no cutting, editing, and all that. Chill with your boy. So like I was saying, with the whole black dudes wearing marrying white women things, black chicks be on some bullshit and you fucking know that. Like real talk. You fucking know that. You basically said in your video like, these bitches don't wanna give you time of day, don't wanna give you a number, cause they looking for thug niggas, they ain't looking for positive niggas, they ain't looking for niggas on some uplifting shit. They ain't on some, they ain't trying to fuck with niggas that trying to bring our community out of the fucking ruins. They want niggas that keep ruining the community. And then they have like 2 or 3 kids by these fucking niggas. Can't survive on their fucking own. Then they want the good nigga. The nigga that's on some positive shit, got a job, doing good for himself. They want him to come in and take care of all this other wretched ass niggas' kids. And I say niggas plural because shit, ain't no one just ratchet dude don't have fucking 2 or 3 kids with this one chick. That chick don't have about 2 or 3 kids with 2 or 3 other dudes. It's just crazy as fuck. And now it's to the point where these good dudes, conscious dudes, these dudes trying to do better with themselves, ain't feeling that shit, ain't fucking with that shit. And oh, lo and behold, they get rich. They ain't fucking with that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's really not us as males, per se. It's the females. Like, nigga, you gotta get pussy. Either way you wanna fucking put it, that's how I'm gonna lay it down. You gotta get pussy. It's just like motherfucking food, water, earth, fire, environment, whatever the hell else you want to say. It's the elements. You eventually gonna want to fuck you something. And the way this shit, the world is set up, is either black or white. Never consider any other races. When y'all talk about racism, when y'all talk about race, when y'all talk about countries, when y'all talk about economics, this, that, and the third, all this black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. Then it come to labor, Hispanics. Never mention Asians or whatever race else is out there, cause I don't fucking know, because y'all never mention the shit. They don't mention it in school, they don't mention it anywhere else. So you really don't know, really don't even know what other races is. I just found out today from watching these videos that Libya was actually in Africa. I thought Libya was like next to Jerusalem and Israel or somewhere in fucking middle of Europe and Asia and Arabian fucking area. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Europe, Asia, Arab area, and Africa. I thought Libya was in some Arab fucking area. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might be occupied by Arabs. I didn't know that shit was in Africa. We was never taught that. And this is coming from me, like, all through grade school and stuff, I was a straight A student. They taught us the United States, taught us the states and the capitals. And then, like, in high school, we learned about South America in Spanish class. And we had to learn the states off of rhyme, didn't know what that was about. Nothing they was on, just know that that was like a Spanish area and learn that shit. Europe, we never really learned the countries, but we learned of them and some of them. And it's just like Asia. I didn't know Russia was in Asia, the continent of Asia. I thought Russia was Russia and Asia was China. You know what I'm saying? China and Japan and Thailand and shit like that. We never learned that shit. And I'm thinking like Jerusalem and Israel and Libya was part of the Arab nation, like Iraq and Iran. Like they're all together. You know what I'm saying? I did not know fucking Libya was in Africa. Like real talk, I just learned that shit today. And then Egypt, I always knew that was African, but I heard that was occupied by like Arabians. So I'm like, what the fuck do Africa have? Like South Africa is occupied by white people. I don't know any other African countries except for Nigeria and Niger. You know how I know that? Because they damn near spell nigger. You know what I'm saying? I had to laugh at that, but that's how I knew about Nigeria and Niger. If I said that right. Like, damn, these two countries in Africa damn near spelled nigger. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, like you got the video of the black man marrying a white woman. Like, it's a good and bad thing in my eyes, cause, excuse my language, black bitches be on some bullshit. And no, I'm not talking about all black women. So if you're a black bitch, I'm talking about black bitches. If you consider you're a black bitch, I'm talking about you. But if you're a black woman that's about positive things and about progressing in our motherfucking race or nation or just being on some positive shit, I'm not talking about you. But if you want to come to defense for black bitches, you a black bitch too. What the fuck ever. Don't care. But yeah, I understand what you're saying in these videos and how you go into the white cave, which was the white vagina, you come out more ignorant than you was, and like that actually happened to me personally when I was with a black woman and we had our thing going on. I was like steady progressing, trying to do better and striving, no fucking lie. But at that time I had never messed with a white woman. And I was all about my books and this, that, and third, but deep inside of me, I had on my bucket list, like, I gotta be with a fine white chick. Like, if I die, I gotta be with a fine white chick. So that became my goal, and I started treating her wrong, and whatever she did, I amplified it, and it basically was like I was getting to a point where I was sleeping with a white chick, and then I did that, and it was just like mine went out the fucking window. It just went crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never went to jail until I messed with a white girl. You know, man, fuck that. I ain't finna say white girl ain't put me in jail, but yeah, she motherfucking put me in jail. Basically, like, she didn't directly put me in jail, but she motherfucking basically directly put me in jail. Like, 15% of it wasn't her fault. That's how I'm gonna put it. 15% wasn't her fault. And you know how 15% wasn't her fault? Because I walked away and I came back because I couldn't fucking take it. So 85% of that shit was her fault. Fuck that. Change that. 95% of that shit was her fault. Because she did some fucked up shit. I told her before that shit even went down. Because I was conscious of this shit. Like, I work in a conscious mind. I was conscious of this shit, and I predicted this shit. I knew this shit was gonna happen. But she basically, like, tested my manhood. And that's what pissed me off. That ain't what set me off, but it pissed me off to a major point. What set me off was my homeboy, which is a black dude, was just like on some, man, you, what's wrong with you? I was like, man, I'm chilling, I don't want to talk about it. I'm trying to walk away from the situation. We was halfway gone. He's like, man, you want to whoop somebody? And I was like, yeah, I do. And he was just like, man, well, what's up? Let's do it. And then I just clicked. You know what I'm saying? So it's the black and the white, you know what I'm saying? Black people expect you to be violent. White people expect you to be violent. But white people are gonna push you to that point. Just like black people are gonna push you to that point. So it's just expected of us to be violent no matter what our essence is, or what we trying to do in life, or what our background is, or where we trying to grow. Yeah, where we trying to grow or go. It's just expected for violence and stuff. violence out of us and going to jail. And on my ignorance perspective, it's like black people get praised for going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They get praised for going to jail and coming out. And I done everything in life and didn't get the praises as a nigga coming out of jail. I don't fucking went to class and got perfect attendance, got good grades, answered teacher questions, ended up getting called a teacher's pet and disrespected and all that shit. Then, you know what I'm saying, graduating and high in my class and not getting killed, shot, or fucking in no gang, not doing no drugs, didn't get praises for that shit. Go to fucking high school, you know, and do good, don't get in trouble, and just come out to, you know what I'm saying, up in like the top 15. I should have been in the top 10, top 5, but this was when I was in Alabama then for high school. I didn't get no praises or shit for that. But it's motherfuckers that go in and out of jail get praises. I'm like, what the fuck? Go in the military. Go in the Marine Corps of all militaries. Don't just go in the fucking army or no shit like that. I go in the Marine Corps, which is supposed to be the few and the proud and the toughest thing to go through. I go through that, don't get no praises. I come out of that, don't get no praises. But niggas coming out of jail getting more praises. Like, damn, maybe a nigga should see what this jail shit about. Cause everybody that go to jail is just coming out getting all kind of praises. So I was like, shit, fuck it. I did what I did, went to jail. That shit is really not no big deal. It is time consuming, basically, irritating. But, you know, I didn't go to actual, like, populations or spend no time in there. I went to a holding cell, and that was, like, the longest time of my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I kind of admire that shit if you, like, had books in that motherfucker or something to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, time went by so slow in that motherfucker. And if I would have had a book or something, I would have read the fuck out of it. That's why I don't know whether jail is a good thing or a bad thing, because a lot of motherfuckers that go to jail come out with knowledge and an education that they could have received in school where they were dicking around, but you in a motherfucking cell, holding cell or brick wall with bars with a bunch of ignorant ass dudes, you gonna read a fucking book, you gonna do something. And I was like, man, if I was in here with a book, I'd probably been reading my ass off. But just being in there with nothing, just surrounded by a bunch of motherfucking clowns, you listen to people's story and shit. And then, all the stories I listen to, I always was about a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, black, white, whatever. I listen to black dude's story, I listen to white dude's stories. I don't know what color the chicks was of these stories. But 90% of the cast that was in there was because of a bitch. It wasn't, and the other 10% was for drunk driving or something like that. And I was in there because of a bitch. The rest of my was in there because of a bitch. And people take it to different degrees. And it was like, wow, man. Just like the Bible. I don't want to go against the Bible because, you know, I rock both ways with it. I feel the Bible. I don't know what to believe. I was taught what to believe. And then y'all messing with my beliefs. But I still believe in God. But all the stories in the Bible, the main downfall of men is women. And I noticed that while I was in my holding cell in jail. Like, these dudes was just on some regular shit, just cooling or whatever. It is a chick that pushed him over the edge. And me being on the inside looking in, not being on the outside looking in, me being on the inside looking in, because I'm like, it was the first time I ever fought over a chick, and I wasn't even really fighting over this chick. It's just some chick pulling some bullshit, which I told her fucking not do in the first place, which I knew she was gonna do a long time ago. It was just my boy just pulled the fucking trigger on a boiling ass gun. You know what I'm saying? And I just went with it because he ain't taught me out of it or nothing. It's just like he just said do what you do, but I was already amped up. He didn't have to amp me up. She amped me up. I never fought over a chick. No matter how mad I be about a chick doing some fuck shit. I never fought over no chick over pride. But being right there in the heat of the moment and it happened in my face, I couldn't take it. It was like you spit in my face. You basically just saying, I'm not a man. You don't give a fuck what I think. And I'm not shit. And this is after all the shit I've been through. I'm like, I can't take this shit no more. So, yeah. And this was a white chick. You know what I'm saying? This was a white chick. And they end up putting the cuffs on me when she come out saying I hit her, which I didn't touch her. I got to fighting with this white chick. I'm not fighting with this white chick. I fought a black dude because of this white chick. And me and the dude had it out. I got kicked out of the club. Then I get kicked out of the club. He tried to act tough for her, so I had to damn kick his ass again. And then the police were talking to me straight up, no problems, trying to find out what's going on. And then when she come yelling, I hit her, and she was white, they started the cuffs on me. So yeah, like I said, it's hard to go with this shit because black chicks will set your ass up too. Black chicks, some hood ratchet chicks, see that you got a little something going on for yourself, or got a little something, and you come through and chill and shit, and have some niggas run up in there and take you for what you worth or something, or y'all kicking or whatever, y'all have a disagreement, she get mad at you, have some niggas come jump on you. Or she gets the down hitting on you. And you try to defend yourself, she call the cops, you get domestic violence and shit like that. So it's real bad. It's real bad. No matter what color, but shit. If you just used to dealing with black chicks and going through all that ratchet bullshit, you tired of all that loud shit, ghetto shit, motherfucking baby daddy shit, and oh, take me over here so I can get this, or take me over here so I can get that. Oh, my baby daddy coming, all that ratchet bullshit in the hood. You get tired of that shit. And you definitely get tired if that's all you around, that's all you used to, you ain't got no variety. And then you get to see a white chick and it's none of those problems. You like, man, let me see what this about, you know what I'm saying? And that's all about having a good time or sex or whatever, but shit, they have their problems too, you know what I'm saying? Just some problems you don't fucking know about. They got them little family issues of, like, my parents finna get a divorce, or my daddy did this, that, and a third. I'm not saying towards her, but they got that too. And fucking my mama doing this, that, and the third, messing around with some other man, and just on some bizarre shit, you know what I'm saying? Where they parents cheating on each other, and they know about it, and it's still proceeding, and just some sick ass shit, and it's just bizarre as fuck, you know? And then probably in the upscale, like people, they be like, they don't want their daughter messing around with no black dude, point blank, period. So it's just a crazy damn world. You got the worst of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? What do you choose? So, yeah, I know this video long. Let me cut it off.